So, hello everyone. I hope my voice is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you people are able to see my screens. All the screens are visible. Okay. So, I'm expecting some more students. So, I will be starting in like 2 to 3 minutes. I will be starting the session. Meanwhile, you people just tell me that you have watched the lectures, like week 8 lectures, and also you've seen the assignments or not. So, you have seen the assignments also. Okay, so you're able to solve the assignments like the questions which are there. So, are you finding any difficulty in solving them or any doubts? Or if anyone have any doubt regarding the previous session, if something like that is there, then you may ask. So, we people are like enjoying the course, or like how are you feeling? Like this course is hard or tough? Is it a tough course or it is like a little easy course for you? Like you're having difficulty in following this course, or is it fine? Good evening. Okay, so one of you is saying that it is a little bit difficult to resolve the errors. Yeah, it may be a little bit difficult sometimes because when you do not know that what basically the why the error is coming, but you can like always take the help of the internet. Like you can just give that whatever errors you are. So it is not always possible that I'm able to resolve the every error, or maybe there may be sometimes the error is very like it is not that difficult to solve, but you can always go to the internet and you can see, you can check. But when you become comfortable with the course or with this R language, then the things will get easy. So can you explain help for the command rep? Help for the command, what do you mean by it? So you want to know about rep command? So this rep command, so if I write question mark rep in our console, then I'll get the information about rep command. So it is basically it basically replicates the value, or we can say it basically repeats the value. Okay, help rep. So if you are going towards the help rep, then so let me write it. Is it showing the same thing? So it is the same thing. When I'm writing question mark rep and I'm writing help rep, it is giving me the same thing. It is just describing the this rep command, that how do we use it, how what is the functionalities of this command. So what is the problem in it? So one of you are asking that I have a query regarding the final exam. Is our software or our studio be provided? No, I think so. Just confirm it once again, but I think it will not be available because one of you have already asked it on that. When you have so you have on the portal you have Q&A where you can post the question. So one of you have posed that question about that you will get the art software or not. So the answer to that was, I think it will not be available. Uh, but just confirm it once more. Just post this question again, then you'll get the answer. I think it will not be available because if that is available, then what is your like what you will be doing? Then you are just copy and you'll just copy and paste the commands there and you'll get the output. Then what you will be doing? So it is basically to check the exam is basically to check your understanding about the concept. So I think it will not be there. So is your doubt is clear about help rep command? So is it clear, or what are you asking? Just okay, it is clear. So if there are no more doubts, then we'll proceed for this live session. So first, let me introduce myself. So my name is Himanshi Singh. I am currently pursuing my PhD from the at the Department of Mathematics, IIT Jodhpur, in broad area of probability and statistics. So and I also am your TA for this course, Foundations of R Software. So we have already completed this 7 live session for this course. So we have covered the week 7 till the week 7 lectures or the week 7 content. Today we will be discussing about the week 8 content. Okay, so this is your 8th live session. Uh, uh, so uh, so this is 8th live session. We will be covering the lecture 31 to 35th. Okay, and these are the important links. So this is a Google Meet link, YouTube link, and the Google Drive link from where you can get the videos of these recordings about these lectures, and also the R scripts and the PowerPoint presentations are there in the Google Drive. Okay, so you can get it from there. So our plan for live session will be simple. So I'll give a brief recap about the topics which has been covered there in week 8 content, and then I'll demonstrate some of them if it is necessary. If you people ask, then I'll demonstrate them in R. And apart from that, we'll do the practice example. So which you people will also be like solving with me. Then we'll take the doubts, if any, for this live session or from the previous live sessions. Okay, so syntax will be in blue as always. And here this is how to download R. So you people have downloaded it. So this is just to how to download R and how to download R Studio. So that totally depends on you, that whatever you are using, you can use it. So in the previous lecture, we have already discussed about it, how to create list and what is basically the importance of list. So if we have the elements or the objects of different types, like we have some character entries, we have some numeric entries, so we cannot do that thing with a data vector or a matrix, which we have already studied before. So in order to tackle such kind of things, this concept of list has been introduced. So in list, we can have different type of objects. A different type of means, like I'm talking about the objects which are having different modes, like some can have a mode, or some can have a class of numeric, and some can have characters, and some can have logical operators, or something like that. So if we want to merge them all, then this the command of list is used. So how to create a list, we have already discussed in the last session. And now if I have, like for example, I have 2 to 3 or 4 5 some finite number of lists, then how I can merge them? So basically if I have, so when I have a different numbers, then I was merging them using this C, C, and in the bracket I was writing here the numbers, and I was basically constructing the data vector. However, here if I want to merge two lists, okay, so then it will be like C list one, list two, list three, four, five, some finite number of lists, and I can have a list of lists. Okay, so so for a list I have some sub list. List one will be the sub list, list two will be the sub list, and in general I will have a list. Okay, so this is the way how to merge a list, merge different lists. Okay, now if I want to add up some element to a list, for example I have a list one. Okay, in list one at certain position, if I want to add some element, then this append command is used. So for example, sorry, if this is a list, and if I want to add something to that list, then I'll write append the list name at the first place and comma, then at the second place I will write whatever I want to add to that list. Okay, so in that way, so for example, I can write like append, and I have a list one. So list uh, one, comma. For example, I want to add something to it. Okay, so so it will also be depending upon that how. So this is a list. So basically, it will have some certain elements, and I want to add another element, like for example, anything. For example, A. I want to add whatever this list is. At last place, this A will be added to that list. Okay, so this append command is used for that thing. Okay, I am just adding an element to this list. Okay, apart from this, we've also discussed that how to extract elements from a list. Okay, we have already discussed it. Okay, so we have discussed this how by using dollar and by using this double brackets and this is square brackets, single square brackets and double square brackets we have discussed in the last class. So here, apart from that, also we can also like get the extract the elements by using list name, and in the square bracket I can write the indices basically. So if I have a list, for example, if I have a list, okay, now this list is like at the first place I have a vector like 1, 2, 3. At the second place I have again a vector with character entries A, B, C. Okay, so I can extract them by writing like list 1, 2. So if I write this, I'll get both of these things. Okay, so these things will become more clear when I will be discussing the examples. So I have included questions based on these commands. So these things will become more clear when we discuss that. Okay. So this is also an option how to extract an element or an object from a list. Okay. Apart from this, names command is used to get or set names of the object in list. So if I have a list and it will have a certain objects. So for example, I have a list again. So at the first object is for example C123, and another is like CA B, for example. Let me consider it. So this is a list. Okay. Now if this is a list, so this is first object, this is second object of that list. Now here I have not given any name. Okay, so if I want to give some names to these objects, then I will use this names command. Okay, so I will use, so whatever this list is, for example N1 I have assigned to this L1 to this list, then I'll write names L1, and I will assign this is equals to, and I will give some names. Okay, so by using this names command, I can set the names, also I can get the names. For example, if any list have certain names here, then I can write names L1, then it will display all the names of the objects. Okay, so this is about the like how to like get an element from a list, how to give names to the objects of the list, and also how to like add element or to a list. Okay, so these are the things about the list. So anyone have any doubt regarding this list thing? So I will be discussing more in detail when I will be like doing the certain examples. If there is any doubt regarding this, then you may ask. So is it fine? Okay. So I'll move forward then. So apart from that, we also studied about factors. Okay, so what basically factor is? So in stats, when we are doing things in stats. So for example, I am collecting some data. Okay, and for example, I am collecting a data on the name. I'm taking the name of a person and gender of a person. Okay. Now, for example, I've taken the name for whatever the name is. Then I'm basically interested in the gender. So, like for example, I want to count that how many for example in a city how many males are there, how many females are there. So basically, first of all, I will go to every person and I'll ask that what is the gender. So I'll just take male, female, female. So this kind of data I will be having. Okay. Now this kind of data, for example, there are many people, for example 1000, 2000, 4000 people are there, and I will collect some data. Now this data will be like male female, so this basically will be having like the nature of this data will be, so it is, they are alphabet, so they are, this is not numeric basically, so I cannot operate anything. Okay, so if I want to convert this numeric data, okay, to numeric, sorry, to this character data, I want to convert them to numeric. So generally, what people do, generally they assign that, okay, when there is a male, I will take 0. Okay, when there is a female, I'll take 1. Okay, so this kind of thing is done. So when this numeric quantity come, then we can perform certain operations and certain things, and by which the calculations and all the things, whatever the things we are basically trying to do, it will become easy. Okay, and also we can like have all the operations between this 0 and 1. So in in that sense, the so basically this is a categorical kind of data, so we are basically categorizing it on the basis of the gender. Okay, so this type of data we call it as a categorical data. Apart from this male female, so this is a kind of binary data. If we have only 0 and 1, apart from this also we can have like uh, data which have more than two categories. Okay, so for example, if I want to categorize students, so for example I have a class of 50 students and I want to categorize them on the basis of their marks. Okay, so if the marks are above 90, I am saying that this student is excellent. Then I'm just following up certain criteria by which I'm saying that this student is good, then this is student is average and bad. So there are basically four categories of the data. So whenever I'm listing the students, I'm taking the categories of those students to be excellent, to be very good, to be average, to be bad. But now this data is categorical and the categories are more than two. For example, four categories we have. Okay, then again I want to number them. Okay, I want to convert that categorical data into some numbers. Okay, which we basically in stats, if you people are aware, then this ordinal kind of data we call it. So basically we are converting this categorical into ordinal, so the data which have some order. Okay, so that kind of data, if we want to tackle with, then we have to give some like numbers or some codes to the categories which we are dividing the data in. Okay, so for that sense, this factor commands we basically is used. So where here basically categorical data is represented by this factor. Okay, so if we are talking about categorical data in stats, so here we will talk it as a factor. We'll take it as a factor. So basically, what factor represents? So it represents categorical variables and are used as grouping indicators. So basically, it is a grouping indicator. So it will indicate that this particular for example, a particular kind of thing will represent a group of students which are excellent. Okay, so this number 1 is indicating the group of the students which are excellent. Okay, 2 is representing a group of students which are good. Okay, such kind of thing. So it is basically categorical variable we are talking about. Then each possible value of the categorical variable is called a level. So if I have male and female, then 0 and 1 are the levels. if I have a different example like excellent, bad, bad, good, and the average, then I have 4 levels. Okay, so basically, so whatever the possible values of a categorical variables, so that we will call it as levels. Okay, now vector of levels, we'll call it as a factor. Okay, now how to, what is the syntax? So if I have x to be a vector, okay, then I will take a factor x, levels is equals to, I can give levels. Okay, so to what are the possible number of levels are there? So for example, if I have that excellent example, then I have 4 possible levels. Okay, then I will give some labels. So in the labels I will give some in the labels I'll give excellent, I'll give good, I'll give average, I'll give bad. Okay, in the levels it will be 1 2 3 4. Okay, and at x I will have some like a vector, a data vector. Okay, so this kind of thing, so I will also discuss this in example, so that will become, yeah, I'll do that about this factor. I'll do that. I have included one question also, so I'll do that, this factor thing. Okay, so I'll do that. Now, apart from this, if I want to convert of any data vector into a factor, okay, then I'll use the command as dot factor. Okay, that will convert a data vector into a factor. Okay, also, if I want to report a class of an object, so for example, any object I can have a data vector with numeric entries, data vector with character entries, I can have a matrix, I can have a list, for example. Then this command, class command, will be used to report the class of an object. So whether that object is a matrix, whether that object is a list, or whether that object whether that object is a, like for example, if I have a data vector, then for the data vector the class and mode command will be same, because for a data vector I will have certain entries, certain numeric entries or character entries, then this class will only give me the nature of those entries, nothing else. However, if I have a matrix, so this class command will give me that whatever this variable is, its class is matrix or its class is a list, so something like that. So this class will be reporting the class of an object. Apart from that, this command unclass is used to temporarily remove the effects of the class. So basically, if I have a certain element will have some class. For example, I have an element with this classes where the class is factor. Then I will unclass it to convert it into a data vector. Okay, so when I'm converting data vector into factor, I'm taking s dot factor, and if I want to unclass it, so it will just give me the data vector. Okay, so this basically temporarily remove the effects of the class. So this is a factor thing. So let me just, I will just take one example of this factor. So I've included that in the questions also. So just let me take it here only. So for example, I have like just a seed in a way, just I have a class of students. Okay, and I'm going to each and every student. For example, I've taken here, so the class can be big also. So I'm taking a small element just to uh, so for example here x5. So for example, I have created a data vector c, this. Okay, here I'm taking in the console, just see it in the console. So for example, I've in my mind I've categorized these students like excellent students. I will give one. The good students I'll give two. The average students I'll give three, and the bad students I'll give four. Okay. Now on basis, so I'm basically doing all the things as a code. So here I'm not writing anything excellent, good, average, bad. Something not. I'm not writing this. Whenever I'm collecting the data, I'm writing in this numerical values. Okay, so this is basically a data vector. Okay, so now if I want to now give them labels which have some meaning. Okay, so then what I will do, I will, so first of all, let me show you when I'm writing factor, this thing c, when I'm writing only factor c, then what I'm getting, so I'm basically getting 1 2 3 4 2 3 1, the same data vector I'm getting. However, when I'm writing factor, it is giving me levels also. Okay, so it is giving me levels which is 1 2 3 4. So because these 1, 2, 3, 4 entries are present there here, so that's why it is giving me levels to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are in increasing order. Okay, now they are in increasing order. I can also change them by specifying them here. So I will discuss that afterwards. Now I'm just saying that whenever I'm writing factor into a factor, and in the inside the parentheses I'm writing a data vector, it is giving me the same data vector. However, it is giving me levels also, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I want to give some labels, so label is basically, it is giving some meaningful information that what basically this one like what basically this one means, what basically this two means, what basically this three means, what this four means. So if I want to do that, I will just include another thing which is called label. So the labels are C, so whatever it is, excellent, good, average, bad. So I'll just copy paste it here. So, or I can just run it here only. So if I do that, so it will give me an output. So here I'll just x5. So this is giving me a data vector now again. So here this excellent, good, average, bad, good, average, excellent, good, bad, average. So this is basically meaning that the first student which I have taken, so it was the student who was excellent in studies, then good, then average, then bad, then again good, average, excellent, bad. And here the levels got changed to excellent, good, average, bad. Okay, so is it fine? Is it fine what I'm trying to explain by using this factor? Okay. Okay, so I'll move forward then. Print and format. So basically, there are many other commands we will be discussing in the next classes. But in this class, only two things are like discussed: this print and format. So print is very basic. If you want to print something, just write print and write in the parenthesis whatever you want to print. Okay. So, however, it has some drawbacks which I will be showing you in the examples. So whenever I want to print something, for example, I want to print, okay, write just 2 star 3, so it will just print 6. Okay, now if I want to print some character value, for example, I want to print a, so it will just print a. Okay, now here I'm just printing the operation. Here I'm printing some character value. So it is basically printing, but when I want to merge them together, then it is basically the drawback of the print. We cannot merge them together. Now this thing we will be studying in the forthcoming lectures. So that's why I will not be discussing that now. Okay, I'm just telling you that if I want to print 2 cross 3 or any other operation between two numbers or three numbers or five numbers, whatever the operation is, just write print in the parenthesis, write that operation, or any character. If I want to print any string I want to print, I'll just write in the parenthesis of the print and it will be printed. Okay, apart from that, if I want to I want certain representation of this thing. When I'm printing it, I want certain representation. For example, this format X. So for example, I want to print 3 cross 2, or for example, I want to print not this. I want to print, okay, I want to print under 22 by 7, for example, which is the value of pi. So 22 by 7, if I want to print, now if I want to print it up till certain number, okay, after a decimal. If I want to print in total, I want to print certain numbers. For example, I want to print 3.14 only. Then in order to do that, this format command is used. So if I want to use this format command, so we have a little more flexibility than the print command. I will be having a little more flexibility, so I can print the digits, the number of digits I want to print. N small will be used, the number of digits I want to print after the decimal point. Also in the justify thing, I will be printing it like I can do this center there, justify, so it will be printed in the center of the double quotes. I can also give some space there, like between, I can also give some space. So basically this format command give you a little more flexibility the way you want to represent your output, only that thing. So if you want to print something, but you want to print it in a certain way. Okay, so this format command is basically used. Okay, so it is used to report, to format the objects according to the user's interest. Okay, so it is used to format the object according to the user's interest. Okay, now the command, apart from this, we can also have this big mark is equals to the double quotes I'm writing. So in the double quotes, I can also leave it as it is. Apart from this, I can write plus, I can write star, the symbols. Okay, so this basically is used when I have a number here in place of x. For example, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So it basically give this, if I'm writing plus here, so it will give plus here. Okay. So what are you writing? What's the use of use source argument in print? So what is the use source argument? So it will basically print like 24 plus 689. So what are you asking? It is not clear to me actually. Can you please explain? So can you write that in the format? So when you are writing print, so where you are like writing this use source logical true slash false. So can you write like how to write it in R? So what are you asking basically? I'm not getting. So you can also search print. Okay, you are asking this use source is equals to true. So it is saying that logical indicating if internally stored source should be used for printing when present. Example, if so it is basically it will be having certain more things which are not basically discussed in the class till now. So if there are some like internally stored source, so it is basically saying that logical indicating if internally stored source should be used for printing when present. Like when we are maybe when we want to print the links, for example. So if you want to keep that source, so when you click it, so it will get the page will get open. So if you write keep dot source is equals to true, so then it will be printed like that. I think the meaning of this thing is that like some source which is already stored in R, and if you want to keep that source there and you want to print it as a link, for example, then if you write it use source is equals to true, then it will be printed in that way. Is it fine? Okay. Okay, so we'll move forward then. So I hope these things are clear. Then I will be like discussing some of the examples. Okay. So this is a question, the question 1. So let us consider the code and answer the following questions. So we are basically having this x1. Now we are giving x1. We are giving a list to the variable x1. Okay, where the list elements are like red, green, blue, 10, 20, 10 plus 20. Okay, now y1 I'm using the append command where I'm appending the list x1 with 99. Okay, So what will be y11 first of all? What it will be? So I'm basically just extracting the element from the list. So what will be y11? So it will be red. Yeah. Okay, so it will be red. What will be y12? So y12 will be what? Green. So yeah, write in the inverted, so it will be green. So the output will be exactly like this, double quotes, and the double quotes it will be green. It will be a same. It will be exactly same. Okay. Okay. So yeah, and 9 will be at last. So apart from this, we will be having y13. So basically, I'm discussing about how to extract the element, and at the same time I am also discussing about the append thing. So both of the thing I want to discuss. That's why I've taken this question. So if I want to, I'm extracting the first element, I'm extracting the second element. So yeah, I'll just come towards that also. What is 99? So I'm just getting there. Okay, so y11 will be this, y12 will be green. Okay, y13 will be. So basically what I'm trying to say here, x1 is a list here already, and y1 is a append x1 99. So basically I'm just adding this 99 to this list. Okay, so basically I'm constructing another list, okay, where this 99 is also getting added to this list. So now this list will be like, it will consist of elements red, green, blue, 10, 20, 10 plus 20. Now the major concern is where this 99 will go. So this 99 will go at the last point. Okay. So it will go at the last. So for example, let me show you it in R. So when I'm doing this, so I'm constructing this list x1 and this y1. Okay. I've constructed this x1, y1. Then let me show this y1 to you. So what basically y1 is. So x1 in x1, first of all, let me show x1 also. So x1 in x1, we have red, green, blue, 10, 20, 10 plus 20. So we have red, green, blue, 10, 20, 10 plus 20. Okay. But in the y1, we have red, green, blue, 10, 20, 10 plus 20, 99. Yeah, so I have written that in double quotes, by knowing that I'm writing it in double quotes. So what does it mean? I want you people to answer that why I have written, when I'm writing it as double quotes, quotes 10 plus 20, then what does it mean? So basically, will it get towards 30? It will be like double quotes 30, or it will be like as it is. So I just wanted to ask you that also. That's why I've included that. Yeah, it will not be 30. So because I'm just taking it in the double quotes, then because when I'm taking it in the double quotes, it is basically a character now. Now it will be printed as it is. That's why when I'm writing here like y11 will be red, it will be as it is green. Y13 will be as it is blue. Okay, y13 will be as it is blue. Okay, then next one is 10, so it will be 10. Okay, next one is 20, but when I'm come towards this will not get added. If inverted commas were not there, then it will get to 30, but as inverted commas are there, so basically I'm storing it as a character. So that's why it will be as it is 10 plus 20. Okay, so it will be as it is 10 plus 20. Now apart from this, as I'm just adding this 99 to it, so at the last place 99 will also be there. So sorry, so it will be at y17, it will be 99. So is it fine now? Is it fine? Okay, so if anyone have any doubt in this question, so my main like motive to take this question was like I am taking this y11, why I am trying to print them, because I want you to know that when I want to extract an element from a list, then how can I extract it? So I'm just taking y1 and I'm taking the double square brackets and I'm taking 1 in the, I'm basically taking the location of the elements. Okay, that's why I have taken this. Apart from this I have taken just to let you know that if there is inverted commas and I'm writing any mathematical operation inside it, it will be printed as it is. No operations will be performed there. And another thing, if I'm using the append command, that the element I'm adding, it will be added at the last. So I hope these three things are clear to you. Okay. So then I'll move forward for the next question. Okay. Now let us consider the code and answer the following questions. So I have x2. Again, I have a list of elements. Like I have dog, cat, horse, 5, 7, 5 plus 7, the same thing. Now I want to append x2 99 after is equals to 2. So what basically is this means? So this you have studied in the course also. So I just want you to answer the my question. So I will not be solving it. So why, what basically is happening? You have to solve it and just tell me that why 2 will be what. So why 2 will be what? So I've got three answers. I've got 99. I've got cat. I've got horse. Yeah, cat will be the right answer. Okay, cat will be the right answer. Why? Because I'm adding after is equals to 2. What it means that it will add 99 after two entries. So basically, after two entries means after dog, after dog and cat, 99 will be there. So what why 2 3 will be? So at third position, what will be the value? So, yeah, so it will be 99. Okay. Now again at fourth position, what will be the value? Fourth. Y2 4. What will be the value? Horse. So it will be horse. Okay. Now at seventh position, what will be the value? Five plus seven. Now what will be the next outcome? Y2 3 to 7. What will be this outcome? Y2 3 to 7. Yeah, 3 to 7. So third element will be 99. Horse 5 7, 5 plus 7, because 3 4 5 6 7, 7 elements are there. So it will be, first element will be 99. Then we have horse. Then we have 5. Then we have 7. Then we have 5 plus 7. 3 4 5 6 7. Is it fine? Is it fine with everybody? Okay. So I'll move forward. So let me show this in R also. Let me show it. So I've already done the first question. Then if I want to just just I'm showing it in R. So I've created this by appending the element after two position. I've created a list. So let me show you that list. So it will be like dog at first place, cat at second, and at third place 99 will be there. Then horse 5 7, 5 plus 7 will be there. Now you can get these output when when I just run it. So you'll get this output like y22 will be so it will be cat, then it is 99, horse 5 plus 7. Okay, and 3 to 7 when I'm taking, so it is 99, horse 5 7, 5 plus 7. So it is fine. So I'll move forward for the next question. Now just see this question carefully and I want to you to answer it correctly. Okay, so I have created a list. Okay, x3 is a list. Y3 is again, I'm combining two lists, which is Y2. Y2 we have used in the previous question. Okay. And X3 is a list we are using here. And I'm just combining both the list. Okay. Then I'm naming this list Y3. Then I'm asking that why $3 will be what? Okay, so I will just write this y2 here again so that it will be easy for you. So y2 was what? So I was basically appending this x2 19 after second position I was appending 99. So it will be like, so if I write it, so I will just write both the things. Okay, x2 I'll write because I want you people to answer it. Okay, list. So this is x2 y2. I'll just copy and paste it there. Okay. So x2 y2 I've copy and pasted it, and now every information is here. Now you people just answer the question. So I've got the answer dog, cat. Y3C is cat, and Y3A is dog. So other people also, you people also ask and just confirm that whether these answers are correct or not. Dog 99. So one of you asked, sorry, answered dog, then 99. Other? Okay, so Y3 will be 99. Other people? Dog 99. Okay. So I'm getting this answer dog 99. So So other anyone? Okay, so I'll discuss it once because I've not, so everyone of you have not answered it. So I'll discuss it once. So what basically is happening? So here x2 is a list of dog, cat, horse, 5, 7, 5 plus 7. Y2 I'm appending it 99 after 2. So basically at third place 99 will be there. Okay. Now x3 I'm taking list C, apple, orange, guava. NUM is equals to C 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now Y3 I'm taking C to be C, Y2 and X3. So Y2 is basically this one. So Y2 will be like, so it will be like dog, cat, and after that it will be 99. Okay, horse. Okay, 5, 7, 5 plus 7. Okay, here I'm talking about this y2, so basically I'm talking about y3 and all over. So I'm just writing it not like in a format, I'm just writing in order to understand what the basically thing is happening. So now x3 is like, okay, let me ask you one more question. Next question also. Okay, I'll just answer it afterwards. What will be Y3E? Answer these questions also. Then I'll discuss. Y3E will be what? I'll discuss this after you answer every question. So I've got this answer dog here for this. Okay. 99 here for this. Now what will be Y3E? Y3 $E. So just tell me which page I should show. So whether you people have created the list or I should show this page or this page. Just tell me. And I'll just write it here. What will be Y3 $E? 5. Okay. So I'm getting an answer 5 here for Y3E. Now Y3G, what it will be? 5 plus 7. Okay. And what about the next one? Y3, what is it? H. H. What will be Y3H? Apple. So there is a problem. Y3I, sorry, at I, not I, it will be num. Y3 num. Because I am taking 1 to 8 elements. That means I have up till I only. Sorry, up till H only, not I. So I will have up till H only. Then I will not have I. What will be Y3 num? So should I explain it or you people are doing it? You just don't copy and paste it into RStudio and just write there and just get the output and you are just telling me here, don't do that. Just do it by yourself. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So these are the things which only one person has answered. No one of you have answered these questions. So you just tell me that you people are doing it or I should just start explaining it. Others. Okay, then I'll explain it. Okay, so the thing is actually what we are basically doing. Okay, so the first two answers are correct. There is no doubt. These are correct. So first, let me just list these elements. So I'm taking, so y2 is an element. So this is, there is no doubt in this y2. Okay, then I'm just combining these two lists, y2 and x3. Okay, so first element I'll get obviously dog, then I'll get cat. Okay, then after cat I'll get 99, then horse. Okay, then 5, then 7, then 5 plus 7. After that, because this now is completed, y2 is completed, now x3 is there, so I'll get, so here this list, the first object was dog, second object was cat, third object was horse, fourth object was 5, fifth object was 7, sixth object was 5 plus 7. But in this list x3, the first object is whole this data vector. So the first object is not apple, the first object is the whole data vector. So now in the list, if I'm talking about first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth object, so that eighth object will be this whole data vector. So that is, so this will be apple, orange, guava. So this basically is a whole object. This is not different elements. Okay, so this is the first object, this is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, then eighth object. Then ninth will be num is equals to, so it will be num is equals to, so it will be num and 1, 2, 3 will be the vector. So this is again an object, the second object of x3 and the last object of y3. So basically what is happening here, I'm taking different characters as an object, but here I'm taking object to be a data vector. Here again, now here I'm not naming any object, here I'm not naming this object, but the second object is named already to be num. So that the last object is named to be num, however the others object are not named, so I'm naming it, so I'm naming it names y3, so I'm basically naming the y3. Okay, and this name y3, and because now how many entries are there, 1 2, how many objects are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 9 objects are there. So I'll, because the ninth object is already named, so I don't want to name it now, so I just want to name the first 8 elements. That's why I've taken 1 to 8 and I'm naming it as letters 1 to 8, so it will be small letters a b c. So now this small a object will be dog, small b object will be cat, small c object will be 99, small d object will be horse, then small e object will be 5, small f object will be 7, then 5 plus 7, then this g object will be apple, orange, guava, the whole data vector. And now this y3 dollar num will be, because num is already named, so y3 dollar num will be this data vector c123. Okay, you're getting what I'm trying to say? Yeah, y3 $i, if I write, it will be an error because I'm not naming anything with I. Okay, so I'll just show you it in show it you to you in R, because that will be more clear. The list will be there. So basically what I'm doing here, I'll show it one by one. So x3 is a list. So if I show x3, so just see the list. So it is, okay, this is a different question. No, yeah, x3 is this, or x2 I want to again show it. So first of all, I'll show y2. Okay, because we want to take the y2 only. So y2 was a list. So y2, the object was, first object was dog, second was cat, third was 99, horse, 5, 7, 5 plus 7. Okay, now y3, as I have already x3 I've already shown it to you. Like it is like first object was this data vector, because I'm taking this to be an object here, and second object was again this data vector where the name is there already, num. However, there is no name for the first data vector. Now I am merging both of them. I am taking y3. Okay, okay, I'm not running it, so I'm just running it y3. Now y3 is there, and if I see this y3, now y3 is there. So now y3, the first object is dog, second is cat, third is 99, fourth is horse, 5, 7, 5 plus 7. Now eighth object is the whole data vector. Okay, and the ninth object is 1, 2, 3. Then what I'm doing, I'm just naming them. Okay, so I'm just taking name y3 1 to 8. So basically it will take the values from the objects from 1 to 8. It will not take this object. It will take object up till 8th, and it will give the names to be letters 1 to 8, which is a to abc up to h. So if I'm writing the, if I'm running it, so then the x3, so what, sorry, y3 will become this. So now the $a will be dog, B will be cat, till G will be 5 plus 7, but H will be apple, orange, guava, but the norm. So I will not nothing, so it will get an error. So it will be null because there will be nothing. Okay, but if I write num, so it will be 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you want to remove num and you want to rename it, just do this way. That okay, you just rename it like name. You want to name y3. Okay, and just first of all you want to extract that element. So what it will be, sorry, abstract the name of the element. So name y3, extract that element. Which element? So it is at ninth position. So I'll take 9 and give the name to be, for example, I should write it this way. Okay. Now if I want to see y3, so it will be I now. So is it fine? Okay, so basically this names command is we are getting the names by using this command, and also we can give the names. Okay, we can rename it, and also we can get the names, or what are the names of the objects in the list. So is this fine with everybody? Okay. So here, what were the outputs? Let me write it once. So y3e was 5. Y3g was 5 plus 7. Y3h was a data vector apple. Guava, and sorry, orange, guava. So orange was there. Then num was 1, 2, 3. This is done. So we'll move forward for the next question. If anyone of you have some doubt or something like that, then please ask for this question. Anything? Okay, so we'll move forward for the next question. So yeah, let us consider this code and answer the following question. So first of all, I'm considering this code. So this I'm constructing a list X4, okay, where you can see I'm constructing a list where we have 4 objects, okay. Now if I just now by seeing it, the first one, if you see it, if I write names X4, so what do you think what will be the output for this? Just tell me that. What will be the output for this? Names X4. Yeah. So it will be X41, X40, or X42, X43, X44. So in this list, we have already named the objects. Okay. Now I want to run this command X4 $X41. Basically, what I'm doing, X4 $X41, I'm extracting this element. Okay, this element. Now I'm assigning this value to be X4 $X41 minus 2. Okay. So after this, what will be X4 $X41? So what will be this quantity after doing this thing? What will be this? What will be the output? So basically I'm asking that thing only. First of all, I'm asking X41. Okay. So let me change it so that the thing is same, nothing else. I've just written it in a dollar sense. There I've written it in a different sense. So I'm asking for what will be X4 X41. F. Is it? So is there any difference between these two? Both outputs will be same or both outputs will be different? Okay, just I will just to make it more clear, because whatever you answered, based on that, I'm constructing 2 more questions so that it will become clear by yourself only. Now just tell me what will be the outputs. Okay, so I have stated 3 questions, X4 1, X4 in double square brackets 1, and also, okay, so this I have written it wrong. So it is like X4 1 1. Okay, so just tell me one by one these answers. So what will be X41? Now tell me what will be X41. So it is F. If it is F, then what will be the output of this? Okay, so I'm not getting that which questions are you answering. So basically what the thing is here, we have X4 1 and X4 in double square brackets 1. So both the output for this will be same. Okay, what it will be? because I am taking the first object here. I am not giving anything to the element of those objects. I am taking first object here and first object here only the first object I'm taking, the whole object. So basically the whole object will be, yeah, the first will be, so because it is 6 to 10, so 6 to 10 the elements are like F, G, H, I, J, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm subtracting -2 means the number at second position. So basically I'm subtracting this. So it will be, so both outputs of the these x4 1 and x4 double square bracket 1. So it will be F, H, I, J. So this is correct. But if I write x4 in double bracket, I write 1, then in single bracket, I write 1. Then the output will be F. So this is the difference between these two. So is it understood? Yeah, because when you are writing single one means you are extracting the object. You have not given, because if you write F here, then what will be, how can you extract the object then? So first of all, you will extract the object whenever you are writing single square bracket, or whenever you are writing in double square brackets, you are writing one. So the output for both of them will be the same. However, if you write the double square bracket, then you write 1, so it will give you the first element of the first object. I hope this is fine. Okay, so now similarly, so here what will be the answer? X4 1 will be the F, H, I, J. Now X4 2. So yeah, so X4, so I'm asking X4 at the second place. So what it will be? So I'm asking next X4 2. X4 2. Just see it and tell me what will be X4 2. So I've got this answer A, B. Okay, so some like if someone else, so if you want to say something. Yeah, so what it will be? So what will be the x4 at the second place? What will be the outcome, I'm asking? Yeah, so A, B, you're saying, so because we have 1 to 5 letters, and now here in the x4 2, what I'm giving? I'm giving x4 $x42, and I'm subtracting the elements at third, fourth, and fifth place. Okay, so this x42 was letter A, B, C, D, E. Up till E I have. I'm subtracting 3 to 5 means I only have the first element and the second element. So I will have A, B. So it will be A, B. So these all will be the characters, okay? Now again, tell me what will be the x3 at third, x43. What will be x43? So x43 basically I meant x4 and at third place. Is it? Just see it carefully. You are adding 2 to every element, but do I'm adding here 2 to every element, or I'm adding to a particular choice? So see here, I'm extracting an element. Yeah, that is fine. 20 is the answer for this thing. Okay. 20 is the answer for this thing. But I'm asking what will be x43. So it is the third element at the third object. However, here I'm asking the third object because x43 means the third object. Yeah, 7, 14, 20. That is fine. 7. So it will be 7, 14, and 20. Now again, see the next one carefully and please answer it correctly. I am just see the last command. X $4 X444 to be equals to this thing, and I want X44. I want this quantity. Is it null? Just see it carefully and then answer. So in the last command, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing here, I'm assigning at the see X4 X44. I've extracted this whole element. Then I'm writing 4 means at the fourth place. So because there is nothing at the fourth place, I'm assigning this value at the fourth place. Okay. Now I want you to tell me that what X44 will be. So X44 will be what it will be. Why it will be null? Here I'm assigning the value. Just see it now. Here I'm assigning the value to the fourth position. So it will be the same list. Why? Why it will be the same list? So it will be this same list. At the fourth position, I'm assigning a value. For this data vector, at the fourth position, I'm assigning a value. So this value will not get added there. Why it will not be get added? So for example, just forget about it. For example, here I have a data vector. For example, like V is a data vector. Here I'm taking data vector to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I want V4. So it will be null, NA, that is fine. But if I say V4 and I assign a value to it, 7. Okay. Then I want V. So is it not assigning the value 7 to that fourth position? It is just about the data vector. So are you getting what I'm trying to say? Here also what I'm doing, here at fourth position, nothing is there. Okay, there is nothing, but I'm assigning a value at fourth position, which is 2 asterisk 3 plus 2. So now what X44 will be? Now tell me what will be the X44? X4 at fourth position, this thing. But see, this is not a like you cannot operate them. They are characters. They are characters. So they will be as it is. First of all, if you are doing that, but at the second place you have written 7, so it is 9 if you are doing that also. But they are characters, so they will be as it is. No, yeah, but everything the operation will be not there. Like it will be not be 6. It will be 2 asterisk 3 only. Yeah, this is correct. So it will be like 2 will be as it is, 4 plus 5 will be as it is, 2 star 3 will be as it is, and 2 star 3 plus 2. So it is this is the correct answer. So it is like 2 is there, 4 plus 5 will be there, 2 star 3 will be there, and 2 star 3 plus 2 there. Okay, so this will be the output. So just see these things carefully, then you will be able to like so there is a little kind of confusion. That's why I've included this question, because if something like this is happening to the list, then how can you be like solving, or you are extracting an element. Okay, so I'll just show this in this R. So here I'm creating a list, so I'll just create this list first. Okay, x4. So it is created like I've created 6 to 10 letters of F, G, H, I, J, A, B, C, D, E, and 7. So these operations are performed because there is no double quotes there. So it is 7, it is 14, this is 18. Okay. Then this characters 2 and they are as it is at the x44. Then what I'm doing, I'm operating these things which we have already discussed. So I've operated them. Then I want these elements. So if I do that, so it will be like fhij, because the second element is get subtracted or is get eliminated from this data vector. So it is fhij. And now for the second data vector, the C, D, E elements are eliminated. So A and B are there. Now with the third data vector, what is happening? At third data vector, the third position, I'm adding 2. So at third data vector, at third position, it is 18, and I'm adding 2 to it. So it is becoming 20. And now I want the whole data vector. So it is 7, 14, and 20. At the fourth data vector, what I'm doing at the fourth position, so which is nothing here in x44, there is no fourth position. So I'm assigning a value at the fourth position, which is 2 star 3 plus 2 in the double quotes. Then I want to print the whole data vector, this x44. So which is basically x4 at fourth position. So it will be this 2, 4 plus 5, 2 asterisk 3 and 2 asterisk 3 plus 2. Okay. So I hope this is clear now. So it will also be the whole data vector. So if you find out x4 at fourth position also, it will also be the whole data vector. Actually, the thing is, the difference between two is, like if you write the single data vector, okay, if you write this single square bracket and you want to extract the first element, it will not be extracted if you write the single square bracket. So if you write x4 and single square bracket and you write 1, if you want to extract 2, so it will, it is not extracting actually. It is basically printing the whole data vector. However, if you do it with a double like square brackets, so just so if you are doing it with a double bracket, so for example x4, and you are taking the double bracket and then you are writing 1, then it will give you the element. Okay, so the thing is, like if you want to extract some element of this, so object will be extracted by both the brackets, there is no problem. Okay, however, if you want to extract some element of that object, then it will not be yet extracted by using the single bracket. Okay, and also you can also see one difference, that when you are taking x4 at fourth place, then this data vector is coming and it is not coming, the name of that object is not coming. So basically we are extracting this data vector, and if I want to perform some, for example, just let me explain it. If I have this x43, okay, and if I'm doing like x4 at third place, So I can extract in two ways. X4 3 I can write. So it will give me 7, 14, 20. Okay. And I can also write X4 at double. Okay. It is also giving me the same output. But you could just notice one thing. If you're writing single one and if you're adding something to it, 4, it will not get added because it is not a data vector actually. It is stored in a different format, because here it is stored at like there is a name of the element and the it is a data vector. However, if you operate that operation with the second one, if you do that with a double bracket, it will give you the output. So the difference between two is this. So if you write the output will be same or like, but their mode will be different. Is it clear? Okay. So the difference was this. So if this question is clear, then we'll move forward for the next question. Okay, fifth question will go. Okay, so this was about the factor only. So I have discussed this already. So you just quickly tell me. So I am taking x5 to be factor to be c to be this data vector, and I'm labeling them to be like excellent, good, average, bad. So what will be x55? You people, I have already discussed it. Just tell me what will be this value. What will be this value? So because I'm taking to be a factor, so if I run it, so it will become in the form of excellent, good, average, bad. So what will be the value of x5 at fifth position? What will be the value? It will be 2, because I'm labeling them to be like C, excellent, good, average, bad. So what this factor command will do then? Because if I write factor without this label, then it is fine. Okay, good. So you are saying it will be good because at second position, a good is there. Okay. So yeah, so it will be like excellent. So I'm labeling them to be excellent, good, average, bad. So see, the labels of this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 initially, but when I'm taking label to be them, so the labels now becomes excellent, good, average, bad. Now at first, where there will be 1, so it will be excellent. Where there will be 2, it will be good. Where there will be 3, it will be average. Then at 4, it will be bad. So at fifth position, it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth position, it is 2, and which is good. So it will be good. Similarly, tell me about this. X5 at seventh position, what it will be? So at fifth, it is good. Sixth, seventh, it is 1. So what it will be? So at seventh place, what it will be? Excellent. So it will be excellent. Yeah. Now, if I want to see about the what will be the levels of x5, what will be the levels? What will be the levels? I'm talking about levels, okay? What will be the levels? Yeah, so it will be like same order of the levels as level. So it will be like excellent, good, average, and bad. Okay, so let me show it in R. So I'll just first consider. So it is basically, before that, let me just explain it to you again. So because here maybe there may be confusion. For example, if I take in here, see it in the console factor, and I'm not taking anything. Okay, I'm not taking anything. I'm just taking factor and the data vector. Okay, I'm running it. Okay, then if I write x5, so it will be like 1 2, the same data vector, and the levels are 1 2 3 4. So here first the levels, if I do not specify any label, then the levels are same 1 2 3 4. However, if I write label to be excellent, good, average, bad, then what will happen? So if I write this and run it, okay, then it will be, if I display it, so it will be now the levels are changed to excellent, good, average, bad, and also what is happening, that whatever where there is a number 1, it will be excellent, where there is number 2, it will be good, where there is number 3, it will be average, and 4, it will be bad, and similarly the order will follow. So is it fine? So when I write x55, so it is giving me good. Okay. When I write x77, it is giving me excellent. And also when I'm writing levels, then it is giving me excellent, good, average, bad. Is it fine? Okay, so I'll move forward. Next one. So here, yeah. So the data vector will be if that. So let me consider it. So we are saying if the data vector is, for example, if it is 1 1 2 3 3 4, 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 1 2 3 comma 3 comma 4. So it is basically at 1 it will become excellent, excellent, good, average, average, bad. It will become like that. So let me just factor it, factor, comma, if I want to label it. So it will be like this: excellent, excellent, good, average, average, bad. But one interesting question you may ask, like if for example I have a data vector in which a particular entry, for example, I have levels, 4 labels, okay. But for example, such kind of thing is happening, like I only have 3 values in the data vector. For example, let me show you. So if I have in the same data vector, let me consider that 2 is not here. Okay, 2 is not here, only 1 3 4 is here, and I'm labeling them as excellent, good, average, bad. Then let me see that what is happening. Then it is giving me error. Okay, so why it is giving me error? Because I have only specified the labels. Now if I see this vector, then it has only 3 levels actually, which is 1 3 and 4. Levels I'm talking about, not labels. I'm saying levels. So levels is 1 3 and 4. However, I'm giving labels to be 4. Now, in order to print or in order to get the result for this data vector, for that what is important? It is important to specify the levels actually. So what we will be doing? We'll first specify the levels also. So levels is equals to C 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So basically 4 possibilities we have. In general, we are saying that 4 possibilities we have, but maybe the data vector, it is possible that only 3 possibilities we have come across, but not the fourth one. However, we have categorized the students in excellent, good, average, bad, but in this scenario there is no good student. However, we have that category, but we do not have that student. So in order to represent that thing, we first have to specify the levels. then only we'll get the output. Okay, so it will be V1. So we'll get the output. So there is no good student here. However, the levels are excellent, good, average, bad, but there is no good student in the data vector. So this is the question you may ask about, that if there is no certain kind of uh, element from a certain kind of category is not present in the data vector, then we have to specify the labels for that, because how R will understand then how many levels you are classifying the data into. So for that you have to specify the levels, then you just label them and just see the things. So is it fine? Okay, so just you people just answer me my next question now. So if I'm printing this Wi-Fi, which is vector, and this is a data vector, so what are the levels for it? If I'm writing levels Wi-Fi, then what will be the answer? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Now what will be the answer for this unclass Wi-Fi? What will be unclass Wi-Fi? Same data vector. Yeah. So that's fine. So if I want to unclass them, it will be the same data vector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3. So it will be the same data vector. Why it is same data vector? Because here the levels are by default. Whatever the levels are given in R, that data by default, those levels are already present. So because the level is 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1 will be for 1 it will be 1 only, for 2 it will be 2, for 3 it will be 3, for 4 it will be 4 only. Okay, so that's why the same data vector will be there. Now the difference is there when I change the levels actually. So in the next question I'm changing the levels now. So I'm giving the levels. So Z5 I'm taking factor to be the same data vector which I've taken previously, and I'm giving the levels to be C4231. So first of all tell me what will be the answer for levels Z5. So what it will be? So levels of Z5 will be what? 4231, because I'm giving those levels. So that is fine. Now what will be the unclass Z5? What will be the unclass Z5? 423, 123, 4213. Okay, let me check it. So basically what is happening here, we have levels 4213. What does it means? That whichever the number is least, we'll give 4 to that. Okay, the next number, so for example after 1 there is 2, so we'll give the level to be 2 there, and wherever there is 3 we'll give 3, wherever there is 1. Okay, where there is 1 we'll give the sorry, where there will be 4, the last number will give 1. So basically what this levels means, that the least number what will give, so this will be for the least. Okay, this will be for the number which is greater than that number, and this will be the number which is greater than this and this number, and this level 1 will be given which is greater than all of them. Okay, so the number which is greater than all of them is 4. So the level 4, so the number 4 will given to so the number 1 will be given to 4, the number 3 will be given to 3, the number 2 will be given to 2. However, the number 4 will be given to 1, the least element. So the unclass will be 4, in place of 1 we will have 4, in place of 2 will be having 2 only, in place of 3 we will have 3, in place of 4 we will have 1. Okay, In place of 2 we'll have 2, in place of 3 we'll have 3, in place of 1 we'll have 4, in place of 2 we'll have 2, in place of 4 we'll have 1, in place of 3 we'll have 3. So yes, your answer is correct. Okay, so is it clear? So when I'm changing the levels, the data vector in the unclass is changing. However, this data vector is same. There is no change in that data vector. However, when we unclass that data vector, those values may change if we change the levels. Is it fine? Is this question fine? Is there any doubt? Anyone? Okay, so this is fine. So should I move forward for the next question? So let me show it in R also. Let me just show it in R. So here I've created, so I have already done that. Yeah, the second one. So 5, 5, I've created this vector. So here I've created this vector, and this vector is like factor by 5. So let me show it to you. So here it is like same data vector and levels are 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I write levels 5, 5, so it will give me the levels only 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is same. However, when I unclass, so for that I'm getting the same data vector because the levels are 1, 2, 3, 4. So what it means, the least element, which is 1, is getting 1, 2 is getting 2, 3 is getting 3, 4 is getting 4. Okay. Now, if you people want to like explain it, if there is a confusion because of this same 1, 1, then I can explain it for the different data vector also. If there are confusions, then I can explain it. Just tell me. Okay, so no, it will not be because so for example, if you cannot give the another levels actually. You cannot give. Should be from the data vector only. No, because for example, let me take that example also. So for example, if I take this only, and if I take, so what does it even then it will, what does it mean basically? Because the motivation behind this whole concept was that the data vector will contains the values. Okay, the levels will be the possible outcome. For example, if you are having a die, so the number of possible outcomes are like, so the possible outcome can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5, 6. Okay. Now, what is the data vector is basically meaning that when I'm rolling a die, what is coming up? For example, at first roll 1 is coming up, at second roll 6 coming up, at third roll 4 is coming up, at fourth roll 5 is coming up. So this is a data vector which I have a possible number of outcomes. Okay, so what are the possible outcomes? However, when I'm defining the levels, so the levels are the total number of outcomes. What are the total number of outcomes? So the data vector which I'm getting, so the values in the data vector will be from the levels only. So because the levels contains a total possible number of outcomes, whatever it will be. So the data vector will be from there only, because the motivation for this concept is that because if you give levels different, so what does that even mean? In the sense when I'm doing a practical thing or something like that, then what does it mean? So that's why you cannot give. So for example, if I show you, like it is levels is equals to, what is it? So it is C. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I give like 5, 6, 7, 8, so it will give this. So you are giving 5, 6, 7, 8. The levels are 5, 6, 7, 8. Now those 5, 6, 7, 8 is like, so this basically does not mean anything. What does it mean? So it is giving NA everywhere. Because here what is basically showing that I have four possible outcomes which are 5, 6, 7, 8. But when I'm experimenting something, the outcomes are not coming from there. So if you know the concepts of like the support in probability when we talk about, so if for example, if I'm rolling a die, so the whole sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay. Now the observation can be 1, observation can be 2, observation cannot be 7. Okay. It cannot be 7. It cannot be out of the sample space. So basically, if you say in those words, so levels is like a sample space. Okay. And the vectors are the possible number of outcomes. So what are not the possible. So the number of the outcomes which we are getting when I'm repeating the experiment in 10 or 12 times, or whatever the length of the vectors. So if I'm repeating the experiment, what are the observations I'm getting? It is basically this data vector. And this levels is basically the how much possible outcomes are there. So from there only this data vector will have the values. So is it fine? Okay. So this Z5 I've done. So sorry, this Wi-Fi I have done. Now for Z5, we have this levels Z5. So the levels are like 4, 2, 3, 1. This is the order for the levels. And if I do this unclass Z5, so it will be 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3. So which is basically the same. Okay. So I think now this concept of factor is clear. Then I'll move forward for the next question. Okay, so now you just like answer it. So what is the outcome for the following commands? So print r is fun, comma 2 plus 3, comma yes, comma digits is equals to 3. So what do you think the output will be? So till now, if you noticed, then we have only printed a single like a string or a operation, the operation between two elements. We have not printed two like a string and an operation. We have not printed them in a single output. We have not printed that. So do you think that print command will give that? So what do you think the outcome for this command? Print r is 1, comma 2 plus 3, comma yes, comma digits is equals to 3. Anyone? R is 1, 5, yes. Actually, this is the drawback of print. It cannot print this. Whatever you have written, it cannot print it. So this is a drawback of print. That's why many other commands we will be studying in the forthcoming lectures also, because R will not. So this print of this print function will not be able to print this whole thing. Okay. So what it will print? It will just print R is 1. So let me show you. What data vector? So can you create a data vector with string and like a numeric operation? You cannot create it, because whenever you can create this data vector, okay, then the all the elements will have the same mode. The mode of the every element will be same. So you will not be able to create either the 2 plus 3 will become string then. Okay, so our print will not be able to do this. So first of all, I'll just write it and I'll just show you that if I run this program, print r is 1, 2 plus 3, yes, digits equals to 3, then it will only print r is 1. It will not be able to print the other values, other things. It will not be. So how this is basically the drawback of the print. It will not be able to print it. However, If you write print hello, so first of all, let me write it here. So it will only print R is fun. However, in place of this, if I write print hello colon, semicolon, print 5 asterisk 2 semicolon print world. So here I'm printing the only the character. There is no comma, nothing. Here I'm only printing 5 star 2, which is 10. Okay, here I'm printing world. Okay, so it will get printed. There is no problem. Now, what this semicolon is doing? It will basically push the next entry to the next line. Okay, so it will be like hello. Be like hello there. Okay, then in the next line it will be 10. In the next line it will be world. So the print, it is there like I can print only this character. I can print this operation, but I cannot combine them. Okay, like this. So what you are saying basically, you are constructing a data vector. Okay, for that was I was that's what I was also saying. So if you construct the data vector, for example, you are constructing it. So if this is a data vector, okay. Now just see this data vector. This data vector has 2 character entries, okay, and one is numeric. So what do you think the output will be? So it is basically storing the 5 also as a character entry. Here this 5, yeah, the mode of the 5 will gets converted, but we do not want that. We do not want it to be a character. We want it to be numeric only. For example, when I'm doing this operations in R and I want to print certain result where I am in place of 2 plus 3, I have some output and I want to add those outputs and I want to print it, but I do not want to print them as character. Okay, then it is not possible. If you do this, or even if you print it, then it will be the same only. So it will be like, it will be print. See, it will be character only. So it is like, okay, digits is also printed. Sorry for it. So it will be like R is 1, 5 is a character, yes is also a character, and this. So basically, if you want to print it as a number only, as a numeric quantity only, then you will not be able to print it. However, if you want it as a character, then you can create a data vector and just print it as a character. So it will be same as like if I want to print a data vector of 3 characters. So there will be no issue for that. Okay, so now I want to print this print 22 by 7 digits is equals to 5. So what basically it means that if we want to print 22 by 7, so whatever the operation we are doing, we want the whole digits to be 5. So for example, if I see it here, if I run it, so it will give me the value. Okay, and digits is equals to 5 means there will be in whole 5 digits and the decimal is not counted. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits will be there. So it is 3.1429. So it will be 3.1429. So in whole the 5 digits will be there and the decimal is not counted in those 5. Okay. Now we have this format command. Okay. If I want 3.14159 and digits to be 4, what will be the output? What do you think? What will be the output for this? 3.141. Okay. So it will be like 3.141. So actually it will be 3.14. It was 3.142. Okay. So it will be 3 point. So basically what is happening here, it is not trimming it. It is basically rounding off it. It is not trimming it. Digits is equals to 4. It is not trimming it. It is just rounding off. So 9 will get answered here. It will be 6, and when 6 is when we are rounding off the 6 quantity, it will become 2. So it is giving me 3.142. Okay. However, if I write, for example, in place of this, if I write n small, And what n small basically do, it the entries after the decimal will be the entries which are given here. So 4 means the decimal, after decimal the entry should be 4. This is the basically we think of it, that n small do the entries after the decimal. So if I write n small to be, for example, not 4, if I write 7 first of all. So if I write 7, so what it will do, it will just after decimal it will just add the 0, so that after decimal the elements are like 7. So it is 1 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 elements are there. However, if in place of 7 it was 4, okay, then what will be the thing? So if in place of 7, if it is what it was 4, then the same thing will not happen. It will basically print the 3.1459 only, because this is the exact quantity and n small will not do anything to it. So it will not print the 4 after decimal. It is there are 4 numbers. No, it will not print. If you are increasing the numbers, so there are 5 numbers after the decimal. So if you are increasing the number, it will add the zeros. However, if you are decreasing it, it will not decrease the numbers. However, digits will do it. N small will not do it. Digits will all over, it will decrease the number, how whatever the number of digits are there. Okay, so these two commands will give that. Now apart from this, so same thing I want to explain it here. So I am taking digits to be 7 here, okay, and small to be 4 here, okay, and here this number is fixed. So how many digits are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 digits are there. I want digits to be 7, okay, and small to be 4. So because we cannot increase the digits because it is a fixed number. I cannot increase the digit by using the digits. If I want to increase it, I should use the n small. It will give 0 here. So this digit will not give anything. N small to be 4, so it will not even decrease the number after decimal. So it will be, the output will be same as it is. So it will be 3.14159. However, if I write n small to be 7, digits to be 4, even if I write digits to be 7 also, then also the output will be same. So here the digits will enter, or the digits will add two numbers in order to make the numbers after the decimal to be 7. Okay. So are you understanding how these things are happening? So you may just see more things, like when you are doing like just write the numbers and do this. Yes, scientific is equals to false. If you do, then it may not be like rounding off it. That may be the case. So I'll write it. Whatever you are writing, digits equals to 4. Scientific is equals to 5. False. I'm not sure about it. Let's just check it. So it is again giving me the same output only. What is scientific is true if it is also giving me the like it is just giving me in the form of the 10 to the power 0. So what do you want by writing this? So are these command fine? Then apart from this, this big mark is also there. So if I do this, so it will just add this plus after the, so first it will take 3 numbers, then it will add plus, then fit again after 3 numbers it will add plus. Apart from this plus, I can also like use star. I can also use a like blank. If I use the blank space here, then it will just give me this blank space in between. So these commands are fine. Are these commands fine? This format and print commands. Is this question fine or any doubt in this question? So what do you want to me to explain? So which command? So format, when I'm using the format with the like n small, or when I'm using it with the digits or other things, what exactly you want? So each command you want me to explain whatever I have written. So actually this format is like it is performing the operation, or I can say that displaying the digits according to the presence of the whatever we are writing in the second argument. So if I'm writing digits to be 4, so it is basically giving me up till the 4 digits. Okay, it is giving me, so if I write it, so it is just rounding it off. So it is rounding it off. So it is digits to be 4 and it is rounding off, and it is giving me 3.142 where digits are 4. However, if I write n small to be 4, okay, then it will not doing anything. It is just printing it as it is. Because n small is basically is a command that basically ensure that how many numbers are there after the decimal. Because here the quantity is fixed and I'm taking n small to be 4 means I want to decrease the number after the decimal point. So it will not be happening with the n small, but it will happen with the digits. So it is completely depends upon the functionality. Okay. However, if I write n small to be 7, if I want to increase the numbers after the decimal point, so it will n small will only add the 0. It will not give you the whole value of 3.14159 and the other values. It will not give those values. It will add zeros. Okay, it will just add the zero. So for example, if I write 7, then it is just adding 2 zeros, so that after the decimal, the number of the numbers are like 7 after the decimal. Okay, so certain kind of functionalities you can like explore it. Like what I'm writing, then what is the output? So you cannot learn it. Okay, so it is not the thing like you can learn everything. You have to just perform it and then understand that what basically the functionality is. So each and everything cannot be like it is given in as a notes and you can just learn it, and because the functionality may be different with the different like operation or a different command. Okay, and then any other thing you want to like specifically want to ask? Just explore it. Like I'm writing these 4 to 5 things because there is time constraint. I cannot write everything. So you just explore it that when I'm writing n small to be this and digits to be this, then what is happening? If I write only the n small, if I write only the digits, then what is happening? So this is like kind of permutation combination you may perform, and you can see the functionality that how R is giving you the output. Okay. So I will just end it here only. The other questions, other one question is left, so I will discuss it in the extra session, which we will be maybe conducting. Okay, so I'll do that. So if there are some doubts, then I will take it. So also the recording for the today's session, I will be uploading it to the YouTube, and the PPT and the R scripts will be on the Google Drive. And okay, so the deadline for the assignment is what? I have not seen it actually. So the deadline of this assignment is what? So so what is the deadline if you can say? Okay, 17th of September. Okay. It is not opening actually. So it is 17th September. I have not written it actually here. And our next session will be conducted on 22nd of September. Okay. Okay. So now if there are doubts, then we will discuss it. Otherwise, I'll end this session. I hope that the things are clear. Like when you do questions, then the things become more clear. Okay. So if there are no doubts, so there are no doubts coming up. So then we'll be ending this session now. Okay, so if there are some doubts after like when you see the class and on any doubt regarding the session or anything about the assignment, then you may ask in the next session also. So there is not a problem. So we'll end the session then. Okay. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone.